Barbados, get up. Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning. Wake up, morning to you.
Indeed, good morning to you one and all. Welcome to today. Today is Thursday the 23rd of July, 2026. And I'm Pearson Bowen, keeping you company. Thank you for waking up to keep us company as well. I just wanted to recognize how fleeting life truly is. In literally the twinkling of an eye, your life can change. So it's important that all of us, as we are given an opportunity every single day to remember the Creator, God the Father, and say thanks to Him. First of all, then say to others, good morning. So your two greatest commandments have always been love the Lord your God as you love yourself, but then also love others. And so once you complete those two great commandments, we're in step with God. Simple as Simon. And so to all of you terrific today, we wish you well. Thank you for joining us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb. To each of you who do, we say thanks, but we also encourage you to share the show. Share the love. Tell others about us. Let them come be a part of what we do weekday mornings from 6 o'clock bright and early. And as you have conversations among yourself, have conversation with us as well. We absolutely love to see your comments and your response to what we discuss. So I encourage you to do so. And as always, if you know of something that has to be told or someone who has a story to be told that you believe that we can handle, then tell us about it. And you can do so by sending us an email with the details. We will follow up. Our little detective on our production crew will follow through to ensure that we do find and we bring to you and to all what you would like for us to share. That email address is at the bottom of your screen. It's morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And we thank you, literally thank you for doing so as well. It is Thursday, but in the CBC world, we call it Q Day. So Q in the community is on today as it's another Thursday. Look at your screen, see where we're going. And now of you tend to ask, but pay attention. Look at your screen. Today, we're going to Savvy on the Bay, which is on Bay Street. So Savvy on the Bay is where Q in the community will be held today. Remember, we get going at 11 o'clock and you get going until you say when. Literally, you decide when you're ready to leave. But for the radio broadcast, that starts at noon and goes until 5 o'clock this afternoon. So Savvy on the Bay is where we will gather today for Q in the community, for your dominoes, your dancing, your karaoke, your food, your drink, your socializing, and all else that will flow at what you know literally is your weekly staple, Q in the community. I encourage you to get up today to be a part of it. Savvy on the Bay, on Bay Street. We continue reminding you as well of the thing we're giving to you this crop over season. Crop over is definitely in full swing, and so with CBC we say spot, connect, and you get a chance to win. What is that about, you ask? Even though the deadline is very, very fast approaching, it's the 23rd, your deadline is July the 31st. Today is the 23rd of July. The 31st of July is your deadline for your registry in. And so you can spot the vehicle everywhere you go and everywhere it goes as well. It's our very specially branded vehicle. It's red in color. It has in the vibe for crop over. It tells you it's CBC right away. That's the one you're spotting. And when you do, take a picture of it. A very good clear picture of it too. And you send that picture along with your name and all of your contact details. I say, and I stress all, because it's not simply your cell phone number. You might want to add your landline and every other ways that we can find you. You can send it to us via email to contests, CONTESTS @cbc.bb, or by WhatsApp to 233-7356, and you get your entries in. So as many times as you care to do, you do. And you can also connect with any of our sponsors of this promotion as well, be it HK Barbados, the Barbados Lotteries, the Student Revolving Loan Fund, the Capital Financial, or the NTI. And they give you great reasons also to get entries in. HK is the dealership for the Suzuki Across GLX two-wheel drive, hybrid vehicle, which is what we're giving to you. And we're also giving to you that vehicle and a year's insurance. All of it totals more than $100,000. It's a massive prize, a massive giveaway. So don't miss this massive opportunity to be a part of it. Indeed, maybe it's you. I wish you well as you take part in it. Your deadline is the 31st of July. With the National Transformation Initiative, you just log on to nti.gov.bb. You take that course that says stay ahead of the AI curve. That's the particular one. Stay ahead of the AI curve. Complete that course. It will be verified by the NTI, and then you're guaranteed your entry in. We will make sure that your entry is in. With Capita Financial, if you're looking to finance a vehicle, whether it's brand new or otherwise driven, then you can also do your financing with Capita Financial. You go to their website and you log in and you complete your application. On completion of your application, your entry is guaranteed. But on completion of your application and your entry in, it does not guarantee you approval. We just want you to complete your application with Capita Financial. And once they acknowledge it, you have an entry in. You can scan their code and it takes you straight to the application form as well. With the Barbados Lottery, there's a number of tickets that they're given to you, the $40 ones, whether it's the payday or the double draw. You ask at the counter, and once you have that complete one ticket valued at $40, then you write on the front of that ticket your name and all of your contact details. You take a picture. You send that picture the same way, contests@cbc.bb or by WhatsApp, 233-7356, and you are into the competition. With Inchcape Barbados, however, there are many different ways in which you can be a part. You can go test drive the brand or any brand of Suzuki, you have an entry in. You can request a quotation, you have an entry in. You can seek financing and trade in a vehicle, you have an entry in. You can buy parts from their parts department, you have an entry in. So you see, there are many ways with Inchcape Barbados, of course, and so I encourage you to be a part of it all, but have a really good time as you do so. With the Student Revolving Loan Fund, they're also, as we know, we're in the crop over season, but back to school is looming, it's right around the corner, and you're perhaps looking for some back to school loans. The Student Revolving Loan Fund also offers you opportunities to do so. You can top up a loan. You can find other ways as well. As your little loved one travels abroad, you want to have some financial support as well, the Student Revolving Loan Fund says, come, we can help. So you go to their website, srlf.loans, srlfloans.edu.bb. That's the website to which you go, and you complete your application. Send your application in. Once it's acknowledged, then you have an entry in. It does not again guarantee you approval, but it at least guarantees you an entry once it is acknowledged by the Student Revolving Loan Fund. And good luck to everybody indeed. There's a lot to get to today. As a matter of fact, the Tyrese Caesar Foundation is providing hope to some who are feeling hopeless along the educational journey. We'll give you details about how you can qualify and what are the qualification requirements in just a little while as well. In 3 days, literally in 3 days, on the 26th of July, you know, is the day of national significance. That's this coming Sunday. And there is going to be, as typical, in Golden Square Freedom Park, another one of those significant celebrations. But it's this year, it's a lot different. Some of the people who are being a part of it will join us to share with us what we can expect and why they are a part of the difference that's being brought to the Day of National Significance this year. Former journalist and historian Maurice Greenwich has spent time, literally time, with Sir Garfield Sobers, the national hero, right excellent. And so as we continue to reflect on his life and contribution following his passing last Friday, Maurice will sit with us and he'll share with us some of his memories and what he's learned about the man from all aspects and all angles. Can't wait to talk to him about that. I asked the question, what's KidSight coming with this year? Well, KidSight will stop over for crop over today. He is in the House of Soca, but what is he seeing about? We'll hear from KidSight in just a little while, and the cameraman, yeah boy, the cameraman is here, and the cameraman will perform this morning as well as he too stops over for crop over. We have a lot to get to. It's now 10 minutes after the hour. We're right back with more on Morning Barbados in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Cricket fans, Barbados. Get ready for 10 days of explosive T20 action. From July 23rd to August 1st, TV8 brings you the Global Super League Cricket Tournament, featuring some of the world's top franchise teams battling for glory. Don't miss a single six, wicket, or nail-biting finish as 12 exciting matches light up your screen. Make TV8 your home for the Global Super League Cricket Tournament, July 23rd through August 1st. TV8, bringing you every moment of the action.
Outside edge, good take.
This summer, CBC brings you the ultimate thrill with Spot, Connect, and Win.
It's the ultimate summer promotion. Don't forget, all you have to do is spot, connect, and you have a chance to win. So spot the car at any of the locations, and our sponsors are going to tell you how to connect.
Hello, my name is Alan Roach from the Student Revolving Loan Fund, and I'm here to tell you how to connect with us. Apply at the Student Revolving Loan Fund at srlfloan.edu.bb for any of your student loan needs. For studying via the EduFlex loans, which is our back to school or Pinnacle loan, where you can borrow up to $125,000 to go towards your studies. Once you apply during the period of time of this competition.
Good morning to you.
Every year on July the 26th, Barbados pauses for just a moment to remember. And remember the struggles of those who were like us, ordinary people who rose up and said, I have a voice. I have something to say. There are things happening around that I'm not happy about. And so, lest we forget, we remember it every year. And so joining us as we look forward to Sunday's remembrance of the Day of National Significance is Joshua Harris. He's a Justice of the Peace. He's also the Prime Minister of the UWI Caribbean Parliamentary Assembly. Good morning to you, Joshua.
Morning.
Good to have you.
Thank
Mr. PM. And with him is Branford Kwame Howell, who is a Barbadian Pan-Africanist. Branford, good to have you as well.
Yes, please.
Should I call you Kwame?
Sure.
Okay, all right. So, gentlemen, good morning. Sunday, the 26th of July. What does it mean to you, Joshua?
Well, the 26th of July in the history of Barbados is known for the revolution or the demonstration of the working class against the plantocracy. And as a Barbadian, I can see the benefits of what came out of that, particularly with the Mornin Commission of Inquiry afterward and the labor laws that we were able to have, the welfare reforms. So as a Barbadian, it is part of my history, and it certainly is part of our story, and that is why it means so much.
What about you, Kwame? What does it mean? And also as a Pan-Africanist?
Yes, it is the continuation of a struggle, the continuation of a story that is not just limited to Barbados, but throughout the 1930s, that entire decade, there were popular uprisings from Belize, Jamaica, and Trinidad, St. Kitts, even in Martinique. So it is with that mass character that the gains that we won were done as a collective. And we see throughout our history, the majority of our gains are done when we adopt this unity of purpose. So, as you would, children as young as 10 years old were cutting canes and that kind of thing. When you got sick, you died, right? It is because of our contribution here in Barbados with the rest of the region that we were able to live the lives that we enjoy today. The establishment of newer secondary schools, the housing districts and so on, reforms in healthcare. These things are the backbone of this society, and we must guard them jealously and push Barbados forward so that, I suppose this year, it is the youth who are taking over with this commemoration.
That's what's different this year. I was going to hold it as a surprise, but go ahead, Kwame. That's
Yes.
what's going to be different this year.
And we have, big boots to fill. And we hope that we can do at least as well as our predecessors.
The nature of the people who we are, we can do as well as. We will continue the legacy.
Oh, yes.
And you're quite right when you talked about the root to 1937 for Barbados, started in Belize and it came through the Caribbean, and eventually we had our own moment.
Yes, please.
But it also helps us to stop for just a moment and reflect on what was happening still with us, sugarcane workers, regular people, and the merchant class pulled by those, and the strings being pulled by those outside of the Caribbean. And we as a people rose up and said, no, we've had enough of this. We are entitled to what we have. And if you look at it in terms of the distance in time away from emancipation, it's not that long. Yeah. But yet still we were fighting, and we continue to fight. For you, where you sit, Joshua, as the Prime Minister of the Parliamentary Group in UWI, what do you guys talk about, and what strength are you pulling from those discussions to be the Caribbean man, and as a budding politician as well, to be able to redirect the way we as a people see ourselves and chart our path?
Well, as Kwame would have said, these revolts, these demonstrations were not confined to Barbados. And that is where the wider region comes into play, because we have to understand what our Caribbean neighbors felt and what they experienced. We speak about this against the backdrop of, as Kwame said again, our continued struggle. And we must understand what we faced in order to paint a picture of where we want to go. And, you know, as young people who enjoy many more privileges than our ancestors once did, we have to be grateful for their experiences and for what we have now. And so it is understanding where we were, being thankful for where we are, and trying to paint a picture for where we want to go.
But Kwame, you know, there are so many competing interests and forces. You know, yeah, I get the history. Yes, we understand what happened before, but we're also titillated by what else is happening elsewhere. And so it by comparison sometimes makes our history seem quote unquote boring and not so. Yes, go ahead. I want you to say it, because I want you to talk to the young people to put into perspective what we've been through, and understand that what we have been through also has value.
Oh, it has great value. I think that a correct analysis of history will show that we in Barbados, and indeed we as a people throughout the globe, we have no less heroes and no less heroines than anybody else. Because of the severity of our struggle, perhaps one of the good things about it is that we were able to show the world our character. To face the most ferocious, the most vicious things that can be visited by one human onto another. In those moments, we gave the world, and we showed the world true humanity. We showed the world true dedication. In Barbados, we have J.J. Thomas, who would have beat back J. Anthony Froude when he wrote his book, more or less saying that the English have made a mistake by emancipating the enslaved. We must restore slavery. J.J. Thomas destroyed him in his work and became world renowned. We've got J.A. Rogers. Too few people in Barbados know about him and his contribution. You know, Viola Davis, Glenroy Strachan. I can go down.
You said Viola Davis?
Yeah.
As in the American actress?
No.
There's a Viola Davis Barbados?
Yes. Let me see if I got that right. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, that's the name. The name we're looking for. Yes.
Okay.
She wrote several books and was good as an educator in Barbados. You know, we have a very, very rich history. We have Tony, who Ambassador David Commission will speak of a lot. We know about the 1675 attempted revolt and rebellion, and it was found out just before it could have been launched. And we're in this room. They've got the leaders of the rebellion. Tony is one of them, and they are trying to extract from those in the group the other people involved. And the person who they were working on, he asked for water. which when you're being tortured is they let you know, I'm ready to talk, I've had enough.
Yes.
Tony basically says to him, what are you doing? Don't talk to them. So they now turn their attention to him. And he tells them, this is the quote, if you roast me today, you cannot roast me tomorrow. Get on with the job. And no one else in the room gave up anybody else because they were already dead. And, this is a system in Barbados where the slave code allowed people to be branded with a hot iron in the middle of their forehead with no Advil and Panadol. So what they must have been going through in there was times worse. And to be able to look that in the face and say, thus far, no further.
And so the journey continues. One cause, one struggle, one Caribbean. I'm looking at you, Joshua, deliberately, because from where you sit again and working with other young people like yourselves, the minds, those, as you get ready to take on leadership of the next stage of the Caribbean wave. Talk to me about how important this day of national significance is within the broader context of CARICOM, and is that a part of the focus for this coming Sunday?
Yes, of course. And I go back again to what I said earlier. We have to understand where we came from. And it was not confined to Barbados. And I think when we get into the program and have a look at it, we see that the Embassy of Cuba is also represented, because they too have a day of national significance on July 26th, although some years later. And so as a Caribbean people, and with the theme, one cause, one struggle, one Caribbean, we must stand united. And because our struggle was not an easy one. And with our collective strength, we stand as a strong force against forces of evil.
Do you have that strength as a young man?
I hope so. I pray. So my strength comes from the Lord above.
Yeah.
So with him through me, I will have that strength.
Amen to that. But you were tapped to be a part of this production coming up on Sunday. And so you feel the weight of it. And I want you to talk to me about how important is it for young people to be a part of carrying the weight forward?
Well, Clement Payne's, one of his famous quotes was, educate, agitate, but do not violate. And I think us young people can take a lot from that, because if we put that into the context of young people, that quote into the context of young people, I think the young people that have knowledge of what is going on, we have a responsibility to educate our fellow young people. Unfortunately, those who are uninformed are misinformed, and so we have a responsibility to educate each other. Agitate, I think we need as young people to be advocates for the future we want to see. But do not violate. In our advocacy, we must ensure that we do so with humility and with respect, because manners maketh man. And so I think that is what us young people can take from Clement Payne, can take from that famous quote, and can put that quote into our context.
Values, Kwame, because I know Pan-Africanists stand on values as well. And so, because with all of this, there was a value system, and I'm talking about the personal value system, that rose up in 1937. They said, we will agitate. We will want to see this because it's not fair.
Yes.
Today's value system seems to have shifted. And let's talk about how you see what your contribution is for Sunday to restore the value system. It says, together we can.
Well, I guess I would piggyback on what you said. In terms of, if you do not have knowledge, if you don't know anything, then you can't think about anything. You cannot develop an ideology without an understanding of who you are. And who you are is based on your history. History will tell you what you have been, where you have been, what you are, who you are, but most importantly, where you still must go and whom you still must be. And of course, those last two, that is what we need to drill into the youth, because too often I hear people say we need to get to the youth as though that is the end. We want to get to the youth because they will be the next Pearsons. And we want people here to be able to guide that future generation into a more progressive Barbados, because the job is not done. And as it relates to our values, these things we've always had, but in able to express them, what we required was organization. And therefore, in the backdrop of the 1930s throughout the region, there was the heartbeat of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, giving us the background to build that political base. And I don't mean political BLP, DLP, but an understanding of the times and what is in your interest and what is not, right? So that when Clement Payne did land, he didn't come here on soil that had never been tilled. So July 26 should represent not simply a commemoration and a celebration, but a commitment for those who come every year to put our hands to the till and make certain that we push Barbados further along this year than it was the last.
It's a journey that continues. We'll take a break right here. When we come up, we want to break down for you how Sunday will unfold and what's the contribution by these young men and more right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show them.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
28 minutes after the hour, and we're looking at the National Day of Significance, which happens this Sunday at Golden Square Freedom Park, where once again we shall all assemble, but for education. And perhaps a little bit of agitation, but definitely no violation indeed. And so this year is being led by the energy of the young people of Barbados, and they want to not just demonstrate their commitment to the forward movement, but they also want to encourage others to join and not get weary. And so Joshua is with me as well as Kwame, and what can we expect then on Joshua? And Joshua, what can we expect on Sunday?
Well, you can expect a lineup of young people who are committed to the cause, committed to the advancement of our people on a whole. And we have with us, I think, two other young people who serve in the Senate, and we have a representative, as they said earlier, from the Cuban embassy.
Yes, please.
And so young people who are committed to the cause, young people who have a bit of an understanding about the struggle, and so that's what you can expect to see, a young, exciting lineup.
And if you look at your screen again, everybody, while Josh was also on the screen, you can see what's going on there. So there are going to be addresses by you folks. Senator Roshana Trim, Joshua will be speaking, Randicia Kelman, Roberto Santiago Aquino Bernal, my Spanish ain't sounding bad at all. Senator Kamisha Benjamin as well will be there. And so, Kwame, what's your role?
I will be conducting the libation.
That's the drum calling libation at the beginning.
Yes, please. I won't be playing the drums, just doing libation.
Okay, and so for those who are watching who say, well, I heard the word, but I don't understand what the libation is all about.
Not too complicated. We are just giving thanks and inviting those who, of our righteous ancestors, who, on whose shoulders we proudly stand. We're inviting them to be a part of this commemoration, and also trying to make it inspirational and educational as well. So you don't just simply call names and then leave, because then nobody knows who you're talking about and what contribution they would have made. But you take people on a journey from the conception down through the 1930s, then bring it from the 1930s on to the present, and then place the emphasis on us in front of our ancestors to commit to doing better, to commit to doing more.
And this is a part of the same ancestral intelligence. I love the term, not artificial intelligence, ancestral intelligence, that I think we need to get back to recommitting to the community, the coming together to celebrate those who've gone before and build the energy to continue the journey forward on the one cause. And so the libation is a significant portion of the celebration and commemoration this coming Sunday. Don't say, oh, Lord, these Pan-Africanists are up there, so just doing their thing. Get to understand. I'm glad you broke it down in the way you did, because now we have a deeper understanding and appreciation for the message meant to be shared. And I think as time goes, we'll mature enough to understand what that message is. We may not get it all at one go. So it's open to everyone of every age. We'd love to see more young people join on Sunday as well, to show up, to don't distance yourself away from what really is your journey. We're all on the one cause, one struggle as one Caribbean. We're all coming together then to commemorate what 1937 represented for all of us, but what the next step also represents for all of us as a collective. And so there are going to be speeches and addresses. There are going to be the drum rolling and the libation and all the rest of it. What else can we expect on Sunday?
Well, we'll also commemorate the legacy of the Right Excellent Clement Payne by laying flowers at his bust. So again, commemorating our ancestors and that struggle. So that is what you can also expect. I guess you will be able to expect some riveting messages coming through from the speeches, and I urge everyone to come out. If you can't come out, to follow it online, and be inspired, honor that legacy, and commemorate where we came from.
I think it's going to be really exciting this Sunday. This Sunday. What time?
6 p.m.
6 o'clock. Oh, sun doesn't set that early now. So it will still bright out. So come, bring your own chair, sit at your convenience, take up the spot that you prefer. But come, join us for an evening of reflection, tribute and inspiration as we honor the legacy of the 1937 revolution and celebrate the voices of a new generation shaping Barbados Republic. And so this is all, again, linking into what we're doing this year. 6 years of independence, 5 years as a republic, but we need to now stand up as a people and own our destiny. And so the young people are going to lead by example this coming Sunday, 6 o'clock. It starts, but you get there before 6 o'clock. Find your vantage point. And you stick around thereafter, have conversation with the young speakers as well who will be addressing you. Get into their minds. Yes, Kwame?
There'll be a concert right after the laying of the flowers. So stick around.
Stick around. Don't get up and leave. Stick around. It's a wonderful evening to be had indeed. And so I want to encourage all of you to come down. Let's catch the energy of the young people of Barbados who are taking lead this year in the commemoration of the 1937 riots in our day of national significance activity at Golden Square, Freedom Park. Thank you, Joshua.
Thank you,
Kwame, as well for joining us. And I wish you well in your presentations on the weekend, all right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Morning Barbados breaks here. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affairs segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV-Cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
24 minutes now to go to 7 o'clock. I did tell you at the start of the show that the Tyrese Caesar Foundation Against Gun Violence, they're giving hope, literally hope, to many who have themselves been affected by gun violence in many different ways, and that hope can come in many different forms, one of which is scholarships. And so joining us this morning as we look at this opportunity for those of you who may have been affected by is Veronica Prescott and Joshua Hinkson. They are on the committee. When you make your application, they're the ones who look through and decide. Good morning, both of you.
Good morning.
Veronica, start with you. Let's talk a little bit about the role, not just the role that you play, but the role that the committee plays in empowerment and providing hope.
Well, hope is the key word. And coming out of the death of Tyrese Caesar, this foundation was formed, and a part of the objective is to encourage young people to assist us in that drive towards eliminating gun violence. So the scholarship program, helping others to pursue education, that's the meaning of hope. That is being offered to students in certain areas. And we on the committee will be reviewing the applications and determining who are eligible and selecting the best candidate.
This is not the first time, is it?
This is the first time.
Good, so we're groundbreaking here.
It was launched last year by the central bank governor at our annual dinner, and this is the first time that we are offering the scholarship.
And how do you feel about that?
I'm very excited, actually. I believe that many hands make light work, and as many of us as possible who can help to encourage the ending of gun violence, we need to do that. And our young people have a voice. They do. Some of them have great ideas out there that maybe you or I may not think about, and they need to be heard. But some of them may need assistance in getting that goal fulfilled. So this is part of the reason why we have established that foundation, and we are encouraging persons to take us up on it and help this country to get back to where it used to be.
Josh, where you sit as well in your day-to-day, you see or you get that word, statistics. You have a sense of what's going on. And so how great is the need, you think, because of the situation that this society is met with?
Well, an initiative like this, the Hope Scholarship, is greatly important. We often hear people talking about addressing gun violence as an all-of-society approach, and that is indeed a fact. We can't just leave it to government alone. We require the assistance of civil society organizations, NGOs like the Tyrese Caesar Foundation, and communities and individuals living within these communities. So this scholarship is indeed important, because whereas government comes with the legislation, these kinds of initiatives could provide the emotional and financial support for families and communities that are impacted by gun violence, especially young people.
And a lot of the men who are murdered by gun violence were fathers and home providers and all the rest, so they're provided income. When that income is reduced, it puts a lot of burden on the household, because it's a single parent who has to carry that full burden. Yes, you may have family support, but the looming costs often sometimes causes you to shift your focus and to shift your plan for this little darling that you have. And so I think stepping in at this time is part of that relief that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's indeed a fact, and you made a good point here, Pearson, where you spoke about the impact on males in particular. You know, males are the heads of households, but increasingly so in today's society, that may not so much be the case. So initiatives like these and many others providing that financial support, and note too that the Tyrese Caesar Foundation just does not have the scholarships. So I'll take this moment to mention some other initiatives under the ambit of the foundation. We have the Peace Initiative, and don't confuse that. There's the National Peace Program, but the foundation has its own Peace Initiative. It also has the HYPE program, helping young people excel. And this program happens every third Saturday at Sky Mall, where young people aged 16 to 25 are encouraged to come, sit, discuss topics. And these topics are not just related to crime and gun violence, but those things impacting and important to young people. So it's the Peace Initiative, the HYPE program. We also have the Here For You Counseling Initiative, and this is targeted towards those families and individuals who have been impacted, personally. They've had someone in their family or a close friend tragically lost their life to gun violence. So there's counseling for those individuals, and there's also the Christmas Cheer Initiative during the month of December, of course, where the foundation goes into communities that we have been working with to assist those families with hampers and vouchers and such like, all in an effort to spread that Christmas cheer. So the work is year-round.
And I'm glad you've taken the time to detail it that, because now I think people watching would have a greater understanding why we have the fundraisers, why that's important, because there's a lot of work to cover. And indeed, so now you understand why the Tyrese Caesar Foundation Against Gun Violence operates and how it's formed and how it operates. You have a greater understanding of why this is just another part of the initiative, the HOPE scholarships. So, Veronica, let's look first of all, not just how to enter, but who or what is covered, who can qualify for a scholarship.
Thank you very much for going there. So I'm going to be very specific with that because we have a number of categories. The first one is for immediate family members of persons affected by gun violence, and we're targeting like spouses, siblings, children of gun violence victims. Then there's the academic advocacy category, and that is for students who are studying in areas such as criminology, sociology, forensic science, and so. And we're also reaching out to persons in technical and vocational studies, and persons in the general community, but they must be a Barbadian citizen or residing here legally for at least 5 years.
I like how it's done, because you're saying if you have been personally impacted, you can apply for a scholarship.
Absolutely.
That's one. If you are a person who helps people recover having gone through that trauma, there's a scholarship for you to be able to do so. If you have a skill and a trade that you want to pursue that you believe can empower the individual to come away from gun violence, there's scope for you there as well. Am I reading this correctly?
Absolutely. You are definitely on board.
Okay. And so a scholarship is a scholarship opportunity. But generally, you apply for a scholarship, there are certain prerequisites.
Yes, there are prerequisites.
Who's going to talk to me about the prerequisites? Is that you, Joshua, or is that you, Veronica?
Well, I'll also add that in conjunction, because you earlier mentioned that many of the young men who die, they have had children, and some of those children are very young. So they wouldn't qualify for in any of these categories. But we're also offering grants to children 5 years and over who would not be eligible for a scholarship in this way.
Point.
Yes.
But you can get a grant.
You can get a grant
age demographic.
for us, yes, to assist you maybe with like school uniforms and that type of thing.
Right. So the scholarships, who becomes eligible at what age?
From age 16.
16. You're going to the tertiary stage of your life here now.
Yes.
But it also expands beyond those young adult age to up to 45 years old. So ages 16 to 45. So individuals like you, Pearson, who we know do work in the community, unfortunately, this particular scholarship would not would not be
You
for
have bad eyes. You're guessing my age. But so okay, and that's it. So it's between 16 to 45 years old. You can make your application. But in applying, what are you asking for in this application?
Okay, as it relates to how you apply, you will be required to complete an application form online via the Tyrese Caesar Foundation website, and you could go to www.tyresecaesar.foundation and find that application form, fill out all the parameters and boxes, and we encourage you to make sure you put in all the correct information and fill out the application completely, because we'll only be looking at fully complete application. So the first step is to complete that application form. Then we'll ask you to prepare a personal statement. Now, this personal statement does not just have to be personal. Well, that is one aspect. Your personal statement could also focus on your professional commitment to the areas of criminology, criminal justice, violence prevention, or community work. So we'll ask you to write about how you believe your studies can be impactful in the community and assisting society in general in addressing gun violence. And thirdly, your vision for the community, how you believe working within and with communities could assist government and Barbados in general in addressing gun violence. So that personal statement, the professional commitment statement, or your community vision. So you're filling out the application form, the personal statement, and we'll also ask you for some additional documents. We also want proof of acceptance or enrollment in an accredited institution, and that is important. It must be an accredited institution. We also request one letter of recommendation from a teacher, a counselor, a community member, employer, individuals of that nature, and documentation verifying your relationship to a gun violence victim, if that is the eligibility requirement that you meet.
And that will be for the category of people who have
Yes.
been impacted by gun violence.
Yes.
So if you've been impacted by gun violence, these are the things that you need to be able to supply. And you get all the information in your application, indeed. All of that once you go to the website.
Yes, www.tyresecaesar.foundation.
TyreseCaesar.foundation. And once you're there, complete the application form, or as we pull up the poster, or you can watch back the show later, scan the code, and it takes you right there to your application. We'll come back and talk more about how you can get in and have a scholarship awarded to you, and then for how much. I know you're asking. We'll get those answers as well right after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The Tyrese Caesar Foundation Against Gun Violence is a non-governmental organization. It is a charitable organization as well. So their source of giving comes from you. And that's why we always encourage you to give to the Tyrese Caesar Foundation. For the mother of Tyrese Caesar, it was personal. But she didn't keep it there. She wants now to be able to change her community by encouraging all of us to join in making the difference, so we can provide empowerment for some of those who have been impacted by this as well. And so joining us as we look more deeply into how they provide hope through scholarships is Veronica Prescott and Joshua Hinkson, who are committee members. They're the ones who will be reviewing your applications. People are going to be asking Veronica, how much can I ask for? And I guess that might be detailed in whatever would there be a question or area that requires them to indicate how much they want?
Absolutely. At the moment, we have not set a limit on the amount that we will provide as a scholarship. We are prepared to consider the financial needs of the respective program that individuals are undertaking. So, yes, your financial statement indicating your tuition fees, the cost of books, and other educational expenses, and we will make that decision based on that as well as the donor funds that we receive. And this is where we are appealing to individuals and corporate Barbados to join us as we undertake this massive plan to encourage Barbadians to join in this fight to prevent gun violence.
You wanted to say something, Joshua?
No, I was just going to follow on from Veronica and press the point that we really encourage corporate Barbados, that business community, the private sector, to come on board to assist us with funding. No dollar is too small, and we don't just limit it to business organizations, but if there are individuals out there who wish to, provide some additional funding, some financial assistance to help the individual who will be the Hope Scholar, we'll greatly appreciate it. As Veronica said, we don't have that amount as yet, but with the assistance of our partners across Barbados, we believe we should be able to cover the financial needs of the Hope Scholar. And note that that scholar will be selected, the deadline for selection, for applications is August 7th. And submissions must be sent in by 11:59 p.m. So don't wait until the last minute to send in your application. So August 7th.
Well, it depends on my clock. But August the 7th is the deadline.
Yes.
And so that's close.
Yes.
That's real close.
It is close.
Today's the 23rd of July. So literally, folks, you don't have a lot of time, but you have the need. You know the need. And because you know the time is drifting on you, you don't have a lot of time to make that decision, to say, yes, here's another opportunity. I can fund my child's progress, educationally as well, or my own. Because I might be studying criminology, I might be studying sociology, whatever it is. And so you want to be able to grab this opportunity now. You go to TyreseCaesar.foundation and you can make your application there. Fill in everything you need to do. And there's so many different little steps, but they're not too difficult for you to be able to upload and send. And then the review committee will make a determination in there. As with the deadline, that's fine. I can send out in. But the next question on the minds of a lot of people is, okay, when do I know I've been successful? How long will it take?
Well, yes, we know that the timeline is very short. CXC and CARE results and so on, they will be coming up very soon. And once that is done, then I'm sure people have an idea what they want to study, but once your results are in and you see, your grades, you make that final decision. So after the application deadline, the very next week, we will be on board immediately to review those applications. And we're going to be making the announcement the very next week, August 14th.
Right. It's a couple of weeks after or so.
Yes.
No, a week
just
after.
A week, just a week
then
after.
We will know for sure.
We won't be lagging because we know that
it's important.
Yes,
and
it's important. And once the results are out, then you're making all those decisions regarding where you're going to go, what course of study you're going to take, what university you're going to, or if you're going to apply to BCC, the Polytechnic, you're going overseas, whatever. So we know that, those decisions have to be made in a very short time, and we will be reviewing those applications immediately once they have been submitted to make that decision.
Applications are open now. Request for application is open, and so I've not yet received my results. Would you want me to send you the results so that I could perhaps strengthen my case for acceptance?
Absolutely.
Yes, that would be important, but it's also important to note that if you have already chosen what university, college, accredited institution you wish to attend, you can still reach out to us. We'll still consider applications like that where you have already engaged an educational institution. So don't believe because you have not decided where you want to go or what exactly you want to study relative to the areas that we focus on, don't believe that your application would not be considered. We'll also look at those applications as well. But you must be a full-time student, not part-time, but you must be a full-time student of any accredited institution, either locally or abroad.
Yeah. So again, there are a number of areas we want you to remember, folks. If you are a child of someone who has been impacted by gun violence and you see you have a desperate need to further your child's education, you can apply. If you are a student of and you want to continue your studies in criminology, sociology, and anything that is surrounding how we support people of gun violence, you can also apply.
Support and prevent.
Correct, support and prevent. You can also apply. If you have and you want to further your studies in a particular trade that empowers you and that you see how this can assist your community to make it more knitted and cohesive, you can also apply. And 16 to 45, 16 to 45, those are the age ranges we're dealing with. And so it's important that you grab this opportunity to DAY now, as a matter of fact. TyreseCaesar.foundation. Check out the website. Fill in the application form as best you can. You don't have to have everything done at the moment. You have until the 7th of August. All done and submitted, but at least begin the process of gathering all that you need to gather so that when you submit your application, you stand a really good chance in the review committee meetings to be chosen, indeed. But there's some other elements apart from sending along my other bits. I want to remind folks, Joshua, of the essays. I call it essays, the bits that you have to write.
Yes, what we call the personal statement. Your 3 options for the personal statement. Option A, where you focus on the personal impact on you or your family that gun violence has had and how the scholarship will assist you. Option B, where the focus is on your professional commitment with reference to the criminology, criminal justice, violence prevention areas of study, how your studies and your future work will help Barbados address this issue of gun violence. And option C, where the focus is on the community vision, how you intend to work within your community or with communities to address this pressing issue. So you have 3 options where you could present a statement that we will look at and determine who is the best candidate for the Hope Scholarship.
But you need a reference as well.
Yes, and we encourage you to submit at least 1 reference. It could be a teacher, a counselor, an employer, someone of that nature, a community leader who could speak well on your character, on your academic qualifications, or your work even within the community. So that reference is also important. And it's optional also if you want to submit a curriculum vitae or resume or some work, some copies of your work as it relates to your functioning within the community. So all that is important in applying for the Hope Scholarship.
Strengthen your case.
Yeah.
There's some, Veronica, who are going to say, but I don't have a laptop, I don't have a computer at home. Why must I not be allowed the opportunity? What would you respond?
Give us a call and we will help you. And on the website, the numbers are there, but I'll also give you the numbers that you can reach out to us at. Those numbers are 243-3410 or 236-0664. If you are challenged in any way, you don't have access to a computer system or the internet or anything like that, we'll help you.
They'll help you.
Just give us a call.
Because it's about empowerment, providing hope. What's the acronym again?
Helping others to pursue education.
There you go. So they want to help others to pursue education. That other could be you or your child. Indeed, and there's so many different categories, but I wish you well. And so for those 5 to 12 who are saying, but the parent who said, but my little one has to go back to school, I need new uniforms and so forth. There are grants that the Tyrese Caesar Foundation can also make. But again, how do you seek grants? You call?
You can give us a call as well. I'll give you the numbers again. 243-3410 or 236-0664. Give us a call.
So reach out.
Yes.
And Corporate Barbados, we need your support as well.
Absolutely.
So if you see this as the cause you want to assist in, reach out to the Tyrese Caesar Foundation. If you see this not just from a corporate lens, but as a personal lens as well, because you determine the budgets and so forth, and you say we have to invest in our young people in this kind of way, reach out to the Tyrese Caesar Foundation. All of this helps to empower everyone in our community, and then if we can empower all to do better, then we can have a better society, bit by bit, one by one. And so your assistance in all of this is encouraged. I want to thank you both. Is there anything else you wanted to add quickly?
Well, I really thank you for bringing up that last point. Barbadians, individuals, we welcome your contribution, and we welcome the contribution of Corporate Barbados as well. And I'd also like to say to general society, do not miss out on this opportunity to partner with the Tyrese Caesar Foundation to pursue a scholarship that can help us in the prevention of gun violence here in our country.
Thank you so much, Veronica Prescott and Joshua Hinkson, for joining us this morning, indeed, of the Hope helping others pursue education, and that E could also be excellence.
Absolutely.
Indeed, and so we want to wish you well, and we hope you're lucky, we hope you're fortunate indeed, but complete it thoroughly, get it in by the 7th of August, and stand by, because in the following week, they'll tell you whether or not you've qualified. So good luck to everybody indeed.
Thank you.
For those of you watching, you say, but hold on, that woman face looks so familiar. Because Veronica, if you're careful, you look carefully, used to present weather with us here at TV8 as well.
Yeah,
so good to see you again.
It's nice to be back.
They will remember you. Trust me, they do. Good to have you. And Josh, you know Josh, my community did a whole lot more on TV8 as well. Morning Barbados breaks here. We're coming back with the news and more in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good, your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world. Your playlist, your station, 98.1 The One.
Cricket fans, get ready for 10 days of explosive T20 action. From July 23rd to August 1st, TV8 brings you the Global Super League Cricket Tournament, featuring some of the world's top franchise teams battling for glory. Don't miss a single six, wicket, or nail-biting finish as 12 exciting matches light up your screen. Make TV8 your home for the Global Super League Cricket Tournament, July 23rd through August 1st. TV8.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's get to the news now. The push to strengthen Caribbean connectivity took a major step forward with the launch of the Sunrise Airways service linking Antigua and Barbados. Minister of Tourism and International Transport Ian Gooding-Edgell welcomed the new route, calling it a critical addition to regional airlift and a boost for economic growth across the region. Speaking to airline officials and industry stakeholders at the Grantley Adams International Airport, Minister Gooding-Edgell said the new route represents much more than just an additional flight connection. Trevor Thorpe tells us more.
After the observance of 1 minute's silence in respect of the passing of national hero, the Right Excellent Sir Garfield Sobers, Minister Gooding-Edgell said the introduction of Sunrise Airways' new service symbolizes a strategic effort to enhance accessibility within the region, foster closer ties between island nations, and support the growth of tourism and economic collaboration.
This route, of course, will help Barbados as it will certainly help Antigua to benefit from increased arrivals, not only from those who are coming to Antigua to visit Barbados, but certainly Barbadians who will have another choice of travel when they visit Antigua and Barbuda. And therefore, as the BTMI continues to develop its annual calendar of events, initiatives such as yours with Sunrise increasing connectivity and adding more options for travel will certainly help not only to boost Barbados' events calendar, but I'm sure it will do the same for Antigua and Barbuda as we continue to welcome more visitors.
Minister of State in Antigua's Ministry of Tourism, Michael Freeland, says by increasing airlift capacity, the service will make travel more convenient and efficient for residents and visitors of both countries, thereby boosting the flow of tourists, business travelers, and cultural exchanges.
Every new route opens new doors for tourism, trade, investment, education, sporting events, and family connections. It allows our people to travel more conveniently while creating opportunities for business on both islands to grow. The relationship between Antigua and Barbuda has always been a special one. Antigua, Barbuda, and Barbados has always been a special one. We share common histories, common values, and a common vision for regional progress. Our people have long traveled between our islands for business, education, leisure, sports, and family. Today's inaugural flight strengthens those bonds and make those connections even easier.
Barbados will be the 20th destination for the airline, and Chief Executive Officer Gary Stone says it reflects confidence in the market.
We are strengthening commercial tourism, cultural ties, while promoting economic growth and deeper integration as a Caribbean community. Indeed, the combined presence of the government officials of both Barbados, Antigua, and Barbuda who are joining us to celebrate this inaugural flight send a powerful message about the region's ability to work together to achieve shared objectives. At Sunrise, we believe aviation is about connecting people.
The Caribbean is Barbados' third largest source market, and the officials expressed optimism that the partnership with Sunrise Airways will set a precedent for further expansion of air services, helping to solidify the Caribbean as a unified and accessible destination. Trevor Thorpe, CBC News.
Government is moving ahead with a major overhaul of the Barbados Postal Service. Officials say a 5-year transformation plan is now being developed to modernize operations and improve efficiency. Vonado Corbin reports.
The Barbados Postal Service is expanding and is employing a transformation strategy to address these changes. This revelation from Minister of Home Affairs and Information, Gregory Nichols, while delivering remarks at a staff training called The Art and Heart of Service, done in collaboration with the National Transformation Initiative. Speaking from the General Post Office at Cheapside, Minister Nichols said the plan remains in the draft stage, allowing management to review the document and provide feedback.
We are going to pursue a bold vision for the Barbados Postal Service, one that I have described from mail delivery to national connectivity. I have submitted to the Postmaster General a blueprint of how that transformation program will look over the next 5 years, and I've asked her and management to comment on it, to critique it, even let your staff have a say in how that is to be constructed so that we can build a transformation model that works for all of us. I hope that we can get into discussing it soon.
He says they must adapt to meet the changing landscape of postal services.
Traditional mail volumes continue to decline, while e-commerce is expanding at an unprecedented pace. Citizens expect services that are faster, more convenient, and digitally enabled. Businesses require reliable logistical partners, and governments increasingly look to their postal services as trusted platforms for delivering a wider range of public services. The question before us is therefore simple. Will we merely respond to these changes, or will we lead them?
While noting that the transformation will require investment, modern facilities, and innovation, Minister Nichols notes that people need to be equipped with the skills to take the service into the future.
Because no matter how sophisticated our technology becomes, no matter how modern our buildings become, no matter how many services we introduce, none of these investments will achieve their full value unless the people who represent this organization every day are equipped, motivated, and inspired to deliver excellence. That is why today's program is so important. The art and heart of service is not simply a training course. It is one of the foundational pillars of our postal transformation strategy.
He stressed the postal transformation strategy will require change and encourage workers to commit themselves to excellence in the process. Bernardo Corbin, CBC News.
The 2026 Courtesy Garage Pick of the Crop Finals has been relocated. The national competition, which was originally scheduled for Kensington Oval, will now be held at Carifesta House on Friday the 31st at 8 p.m. This was disclosed in a press release from the National Cultural Foundation. The statement says that the change follows the official announcement that the State Service of Thanksgiving for Barbados national hero, the Right Excellent Sir Garfield Sobers, will be held at Kensington Oval next Wednesday. The NCF explained that owing to the significance and magnitude of the state funeral, the Oval must remain fully available to accommodate the national arrangements. Additionally, the short interval between Wednesday's state service and Friday's finals does not provide the preparation and transition period required to deliver both occasions at the Kensington Oval with the care, safety and professional standard each demands. The Foundation, however, has given the assurance that they are committed to a well-produced crop-over finals. Well, free tickets for the state funeral of the national hero will be available at various locations island-wide. That announcement from Minister of Health and Wellness Lisa Cummins during a site visit at Kensington Oval, where the state funeral will be held. She says condolence books will also be available for Barbadians to sign their names.
Tickets are going to be available all across Barbados, every post office, government headquarters, national insurance building in the reception area. We're going to also have them available in every location where the body will be lying in state and where condolence books are located. We will be publishing during the course of today where the condolence books are being located. They will be in position later today and certainly by tomorrow morning, where Barbadians are going to be invited to go and sign their names and to leave a message in honor of Sir Gary. And so the Admit One tickets are going to be there. There is no cost for admission tickets into Kensington Oval.
Are now available at government headquarters, Parliament buildings, Cricket Legends of Barbados, Kensington Oval, the Cheapside Post Office, Bay Primary School and Weymouth Sports Club. More areas for condolence books will be revealed today. To sports now, Justin Paris dominated the final with both bat and ball as Barbados completed the three-peat by retaining the CWI Rising Stars Men's Under-19 50 Overs title in Antigua. Playing in the final against Jamaica Under-19s at Liberta Sports Club, Barbados Under-19s were sent into bat and they posted an impressive 320 for 9, led by Paris' even 100 that was punctuated with 12 fours and a 6. Keani Clark added 49 while Alexandra Elliott took for 4 for 40. Here are the highlights of that innings.
Lofted in the air and a soft dismissal for Bowens.
Look at that drive, that's gloriously driven through the offside field.
For the second wicket as well. Big appeal, finger goes up. Middle stump knocked back. And now he goes. Swept through nicely, boundary.
Here's a drive that's gone through the covers for 4. Oh, he's bowled down the left-handed Dixon.
So free hit. And Gittins goes after his man and lofts him over the ropes for 6. Well, Gittins goes after the right-hand off spinner. That one's out of the ground, John. Well, he doesn't miss out on that one. Waited for it as well. And that one has left Liberta's 2. I don't think he's gotten all of it. The field is settling, and he takes it. Now opening the face. Slight misfield, and they're going to come back for the second. That second brings up 100 for Paris. What a knock. A knock of responsibility, and he deserves to celebrate. Slow delivery, and Paris looking to go over that man at short cover. Could only pick him out.
So we're down to the final delivery of this Barbados innings. Got under it nicely. Does he have enough to clear the ropes? Yes. And what a way to finish the innings. 320 for 9 Barbados.
Well, in reply, Jamaica's under-19s were bowled out for 204 in 43.5 overs for Barbados to win by 116 runs. Paris took 5 for 35, Asher Brantford 3 for 19, and the champions will return home tonight. That's it for news and sports on Morning Barbados. More news and sports coming up at noon on TV8. Morning Barbados is right back right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Cricket fans, get ready for 10 days of explosive T20 action. From July 23rd to August 1st, TV8 brings you the Global Super League Cricket Tournament, featuring some of the world's top franchise teams battling for glory. Don't miss a single six, wicket, or nail-biting finish as 12 exciting matches light up your screen. Make TV8 your home for the Global Super League Cricket Tournament, July 23rd through August 1st. TV8, bringing you every moment of the action.
Outside edge, good take.
This summer, CBC brings you the ultimate thrill with Sport, Connect, and Win.
It's the ultimate summer promotion. Don't forget, all you have to do is spot, connect, and you have a chance to win. So spot the car at any of the locations, and our sponsors are going to tell you how to connect.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Barbados continues to not just mourn but celebrate the time and the contribution delivered by Barbados' outstanding man in the national hero, the Right Excellent Sir Garfield Sobers. As we remember him following his passing on Friday, we continue to do so now with people who've been a part of his journey, and he has been a part of theirs as well. Morris Greenidge was one such historian and noted journalist as well. Morris, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pearson.
Thank you for joining us. You brought his autobiography, first of all.
Yes.
But you spent time in his company.
That's right.
For a period of time. How did that come about to begin with, that opportunity?
Well, I was told that you showed the 1986 50th anniversary celebration. I was recruited in 1993 to work with BT as sports promotions officer. Mm-hmm. And he was their icon. And therefore, wherever there was work to be done overseas and locally as well, he and I were mostly together doing it.
And what was that experience like?
Joyful.
Yeah.
Joyful, enriching for me, for certain. And he was such a treasure. And wherever he went, people loved him. He could walk on water. Especially in Australia and in India. But I didn't go to India with him. But from dealing with Indians around different places, I knew that if he'd gone to England, if he'd gone to India, he could walk in the air. Serious.
Wow.
We walked off a plane going from Bermuda to New York, and our taxi did not turn up. So we decided to take the first cab that was available. And when we got in the cab, there was an Indian man driving. And he said, "Where are you going?" He wanted to buy some golf equipment, so Gary. He was in the back seat, I'm in the front seat. I have his passport, stuff in my pocket. So after a while, the guy says, "Where are you going?" He said, "That's an hour and a half drive." Anyhow, he said, "I'll take you." So where are you from? Barbados. Barbados? You know Gary Sobers? I mean, that's the first thing, you know.
Yes.
He's in the back seat behind him.
You know that. Yes.
So I said, yes, I know him very well. How well? You know Gary Sobers? Yes. So he pulls the car over and stops.
Yes.
Because he's so excited that I know Gary Sobers.
Yes.
So I said, yes, I know him well. Actually, I work with him. And then I said, your foot is on the brake. And brake pulled up, and he pulled out his passport and showed him. I said, he's sitting behind you. Goodness, that man nearly went crazy.
I can imagine.
And he said, where are you going? Where are you going?
Yes.
Gary said, I'm going to buy some golf equipment. He said, but I know a better place.
Wow.
And it's closer by, so 15 minutes drive. He took us to this store, large store, obviously run by Indians as well. And Gary bought everything that he wanted, got back to the cashier, and there was a line of people, like a guard of honor, waiting with autographs. So he said, but I want to pay for the stuff.
Yes.
He said, the owner said, you can't pay in here. You've already paid.
Yes. And that's the stature within which the world revered him. But because you spent so much time with him, you would have gotten, I suppose, to know his personality.
Oh, yes.
Because what we saw projected on TV is one thing, but in spending time. So talk to me a little bit about his personality that perhaps we didn't know about.
True, open. He was like an open book, and he told you what he thought. And he was always kind, of course. And one thing, his antecedents, the people that he grew up with, shoot, they were like hairs on his head.
Yes.
Never forgot them. And if anytime, we did a tour in England, I think we were in Bristol, and this young man turns up, and he says, my name is Lard Oil. And Gary heard this. So he said, that's a Bailan boy.
A Bailan boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he gets up from where he is, and walks around and finds this man, and they look around and see Jonah hugging. This man was a man who, Fred Greenwich was his name. They had played at Bailan, probably football together, because this guy was a footballer. And I mean, it's spontaneous.
Yeah. In St. James, Holders Hill area, we're not for cricketers, developing certain kinds of people in a particular discipline. What does Gary's beginning say about the place he was born and the conditions at the time that formed who he is?
I think when you look back, he speaks a lot about Mr. Everton Barrow and other people in the... Barrow was a school teacher at Bay Primary School. And there were other people, older people, because remember his father died when he was, 5 years old. And these people were guardians, so to speak, making sure that the Sobers children were okay. And they knew that Gary was a cricket freak from early. Remember, Wanderers is playing at where the Bay Primary School is now.
Yes.
That was their ground. And he started to go every day to bowl mostly at Captain Wilfred Farmer. And then at Dennis Atkinson later on. Dennis was playing, I was working at the Barbados Mutual, so he could take time off to get to practice early. And there's nobody else there, so he wants somebody to bowl at him, and Gary's bowling at Dennis Atkinson in the nets as a bowler, and a good bowler. So he has his upbringing from very, very early involved. But we think of him as a cricketer, but we have to remember that Sir Gary tried out for a London football team as goalkeeper. So he was very versatile in sports, basketball, table tennis, you name it, dominoes, a guru. In fact, now that we mentioned that, the Jamaica Domino Association through Flavius Laidley, who brought a team here, World Dominoes, to Barbados in the 1990s. They send their condolences as well. So
this man touched the globe and everyone in such a significant way. And
What
he
with
became
kings,
such exactly. He
and
became
never
so,
forgot the common touch.
He was so legendary.
That's right. Yeah.
That for a significant portion of his life he was out of cricket, but people still revered the man and the message that he left. You know, did you get close enough to know what he liked to eat? I'm curious.
I never did think of that. No.
I'm just curious. What formed this man is what I'm trying to figure out here. And therefore, was it the food? Was it the environment which you just described? He had the support of the Barrows and so forth.
Yeah.
What was it that helped to craft for the world someone as outstanding and as great as the great Sir Garfield Sobers?
I think later on, I let somebody or the community of Bayland is going to write and say this is the village that gave the world Gary Sobers, because I think it has a lot to do with where he came from and the people around him. I mentioned Mr. Barrow, who was a teacher. We have to remember people like Sergeant Alan Long, who was in charge of the Police Boys Club, and that was formed as early as I think probably 1950 or before, as a community outpost, both boys and then later girls as well. And that's shaped a lot of the young children in that community into sports. That's important.
At what point did you recognize that he's a genius? Do you remember that day that suddenly something went on to say this is extraordinary, and therefore we have as a nation to start watching? This is before he became, the Sir Gary.
Well, for sure, I knew in 1955 when he hit Miller for 43 runs in like 5 minutes. When nobody else wanted to face Lindwall and Miller.
Yes.
And that, West Indies were back against the wall. So Australia had scored over 600 runs. And the way he batted, we did not have a good opening pair at the time. We only had Conrad Hunt, I believe it was. And Gary hit 43. And how old was he? 1955.
He was
born in 1936.
Quite young, so less than 30 years old for sure.
And he smashes Miller all over the place.
Right.
Knocks the shine off the ball. And then the next day, Atkinson, to whom he has bowled in the nets, and Claremont de Pisa, Holders Hill boy.
Right.
The two of them score a world beating 347 for what the 7th or 8th wicket partnership. I believe it still stands.
But that's
when you know he's a genius.
Exactly. But it had to be a working of the mind, because you don't just arrive at that stage without strategizing in a particular way. And I'm just curious all the while, where did he get this genius from? Was it inborn or was it learnt?
I think it may have been a gift.
Just
one. And two, circumstances, because the fact that here's a child with one parent. He makes mention of Garnet Ashby, the man from Pennyhole, who's at 14, I think it is, takes him, begs his mother to let him come to Gemswick, as we call it now, to play cricket for Kent, BCL team on weekends. And he has fun. He's now getting to play organized cricket rather than playing on the beach and in the alleys and so on. And after that, then he gets to play for Barbados. So these are all the I call them the antecedents, all the people and the things that have contributed to his early development.
What an honor you've had, though, to have served.
You better believe it. Great honor.
Yeah. So, on reflecting now at his passing, and you yourself stop for a second and look at you, Maurice Greenidge. What does it tell you?
Well, first of all, that you are human, and that your time will come. First of all, Gary has paid all of his dues, and some, because he has done so much for not only the country, but for the institution called what we call cricket. And cricket is one of those things that has stopped Barbadians from eating one another.
Yeah.
Seriously, if you come out of the age of slavery and coming into the era of post-1937 cricket. Even that did not evolve as quickly as it should have, because there were still breaks holding back the whole dam. And you have other people like Ian Clark from Banks Breweries, who made sure that the boys from the country got a chance to play by forming the BCL's first team at Banks Breweries in the 1960s, early 1964. And then 1969 you had Mitchie Hewitt. Mitchie Hewitt's BCL team, which was started as early as 1937, then coming into fruition as a first division team. So the whole of Barbados by then becomes involved in what we now call our game, cricket. So he has a pivotal role in that, because Banks adopted him as well. Because I remember Mr. Clark and Errol Barrow forming the Sobers, I think it was Foundation or Trust. So there's a lot of little pieces that go back to make the complete whole, but he is at the center of it, and he's such a charming man and unassuming man. As I said, walk with kings and never losing the common touch.
Playing the game at a time when racism was still very strong, in places where racism was evident, and but to be able to face it, not just fix it, but defeat it in the face, that also, to my mind, spoke to his character. And I don't think he's ever exhibited, to my viewing, anything negative in response to what he faced.
If you read his autobiography, you'll discover that racism to him was like water on a duck.
Or fuel to the fire.
No, water on the duck's back. It didn't touch him. And he said to me, if they don't want me here, I ain't going. You know, so we're not going to have a problem.
Yes.
That's your bailiwick. This is mine. I'm staying here. This is where people love me. If they don't want me there, I'm not going. There's an episode which talked about the Teddy Boys, and he's walking home late at night, and people are afraid that the Teddy Boys would bother him, and he made friends with them.
Wow.
And they became friends, and they would have a drink, and they never troubled him.
Peacemaker as well. You know, this autobiography ends its final paragraph before it goes into the appendix. Yes, I've enjoyed all the sports I've taken part in, including, of course, my life as a professional cricketer. But if I were starting over and the opportunities presented themselves again, maybe I would have gone for life as a touring professional golfer. Don't they say that the grass is always greener on the other side? So you saw the cheekiness there of the man as well. A man with a sense of humor, so humble and so interesting. And so I think, what do you think generally of the sport of cricket at his passing?
Say that again.
Or say it differently.
Yes, say it differently.
Cricket revered this man. He was alive. He was always, so everyone from everywhere would come to whatever oval he is. They want to take a picture with him. They want to meet him, to touch him, and the like. And yes, we will mourn. But what legacy do you think will flow from having him in the game and having him in the stadium?
Oh, goodness. You have an hour?
I have a little time, not a lot.
Well, I mean, when you talk about the greats, he's up there with them. But the rest of them are people, technicians of the game.
Yeah.
Bradman, George Headley, probably the world's best batsman at his time. But when you're thinking about Sir Gary Sobers, you're thinking about humanity as well, not only the game, because he has transcended the brilliance of the game, because that's what he was, and added to that the excellence of a humanity that is untouched anywhere else. That's all I can say about it, because he's different.
That's a good term.
Different.
He's different. And so as we remember Sir Garfield Sobers, the right excellent, he's different. He's always been different. And that's what we celebrate, his difference, which the world also with us classifies as excellence. And so he's the right excellent Sir Garfield Sobers. And so Maurice, I want to thank you, not just for spending the time and being able to recall in the way that you have been able to recall, but to join me this morning as well, to help me understand better who the person of Sir Garfield Sobers was. Thank you.
My pleasure.
As always, my brother, Maurice Greenwich, noted historian and a very vaulted sports journalist as well here at the CBC indeed, and so we are happy to have had the time to spend reflecting with him on the life and the times of the Right Excellent Sir Garfield Sobers. Morning Barbados breaks here. We're back in a moment.
He claimed that the best innings Australia had seen was played by Sobers in Melbourne for the rest of the world. When he came in for the second innings, he was on a pair, and there was a whiff of revenge in the air. He bowled a bouncer to the man who dismissed him for a duck, Australia's Dennis Lilly.
Before he even got through the door, the bat was flying across the room, and he came and you should hear the things he said. And he said, "That little bastard, I'll show him. I'm not finished with him yet." So I went out the second innings and I played and felt a few in the middle of the bat. And then I proceeded. And that's when I scored the 254. So at the end of it, when I was walking off, Dennis and Massey, who played and who bowled very well, they just applauded, and Dennis just said, "We've heard about you, now we've seen you. And we got our proper licks. And we appreciate it." And that was the part of the story that really made me feel, here's a man, we have had a little change of words. And here's a man who can, in this sector, stand up and say, "We appreciate it."
Where's that going towards the boundary? It will beat every fieldsman. It's slowing down. Jenner's after it. It's going to be close. Jenner may just reach this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
This summer, CBC brings you the ultimate thrill with Spot, Connect, and Win.
It's the ultimate summer promotion. Don't forget, all you have to do is spot, connect, and you have a chance to win. So spot the car at any of the locations, and our sponsors are going to tell you how to connect.
Hello, my name is Alan Roach from the Student Revolving Loan Fund, and I'm here to tell you how to connect with us. Apply at the Student Revolving Loan Fund at srlfloan.edu.bb for any of your student loan needs. For studying via the EduFlex loans, which is our back to school or Pinnacle loan, where you can borrow up to $125,000 to go towards your studies. Once you apply during the period of time of this competition and your application has been fully submitted and qualified, then you would have a chance to win this wonderful vehicle.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
I am so glad he stopped over for a crop over. We're talking about Barbados four-time Calypso Monarch Kid Sight is with us this morning. He stopped over. Kid Sight, good morning to you.
Good morning. So happy to be here.
It is so good to have you here. Listen, first of all, congratulations. You're the only monarch I can think of. I searched my records. I couldn't think of done a triple in retaining the crop, picking the crop ground.
Nobody,
So you're the only one. So history created by you. History has been also created by you because you've always created songs that are so catchy and memorable. Anytime you hear the name Kid Sight, you know what you're in for. A fight here, because you will fight to the end. That's the way you are.
Yes, I like a lot of impact songs.
Yes. so many songs have really had tremendous impact over the seasons of which you've been a part. With your first crown winning in 1991, do you remember that?
Yes, 1991, the famous mistaken identity.
Yes.
Don't mistake me for Gabby. Yes. I actually took what everyone was saying and put it in a song. And what always stood out to me in that song was the very first night I sung the song in the tent. All the Calypsonians came running back to me and gave me lines.
Yes.
So Don came to me and said, "Well, last year you placed 4 and he placed 3. So I'll sing that and say, like, this year you want all the points that deserve for me." Romeo laughed and said, "I want you to see it on pub bandits like heat." And Griner said, "Say you got 1 child and he got 23. All the lines come from those legendary Calypsonians.
Wow, what a life you've lived indeed. And then the last one you won in 2006, ZR Driver.
Yes.
And that too was, again, a political commentary with a beat to it as well.
Yeah. Yes, Owen is the driver, Owen is the owner, Owen is the conductor.
And I remember being there doing commentary. It was at the National Stadium. Yes, it was at the National Stadium, and there you were on stage. And I said, what a performance. I remember saying those words, what a performance. Those are my first words, having completed your performance. And so you've continued in that vein, putting down stellar and outstanding performances. This year, you have another one that is knocking down the tent. And so week after week, and every time you perform it, encore after encore after encore.
Yes, right through the whole season.
Yeah.
In fact, like 3 encores a night or 4.
Wow.
It's amazing. I have to thank the Lord for the ability to create such a song. But there's nothing new for kids, because here am I again singing about a political leader.
Yes. Talk Like Mia. That's the name of the song, right?
Talk Like Mia.
And so give me the genesis of that, the concept behind Talk Like Mia.
Here is one of the most popular right now leaders who have just completed a hat trick of victories. And it's amazing how she has done it. Things we thought that, this we're gonna win here. I had it in song. I thought they're gonna win in St. Lucie.
Yes.
But me pull another miracle in this country, because she went by corner around election time and turned bung water into wine.
Yes. It's a powerful song. And so clearly you touched the nerve of the people as well. And I know you know that's what Calypso is about.
It's about touching the nerves. And when you can touch a nerve, is something tremendous that you've done as an artist.
Yeah.
You can touch the nerve to the people. Because I was saying, what about this song that the people like so bad? I try to analyze this. I like to analyze things.
Yes.
What is about this song? But then I realized that it touched the nerve of the people.
Yeah.
And both, you think about it, both BLP and TLP people, supporters love the song.
Yes.
Amazing.
It is amazing indeed. So you have another big one on your hands.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of expectation too. The judging will be completed tonight.
Yes.
And then hopefully we will hope to hear your name. Do you feel that same kind of pressure? Because the people feel the pressure, hoping that Kidsite gets in.
I don't feel pressure. Not when I got a popular song and have impacted so heavily, and I did it well. When I have performed the song well, I'll be there. I've been there about 30 times already, so I know when I'm
going. So you know
yeah,
when.
I know.
Yeah, and you know that this year.
Yeah, I know that this year.
You know that this year.
Feeling.
The whole concept of the one song, though. I mean, because when you won all of yours, we were doing 2 songs.
Doing 2 songs, yeah. Well, I'm a writer, and that's the whole thing. So I like the 2 songs. In fact, I had 2 songs to sing this year. I said we're going to go in the tent, House of Soca, and big up House of Soca. Yes. They were tremendous this year. Big up the C.O. Williams House of Soca in association with COB credit unions. And anyway, House of Soca, I said I was going to do 2 songs. This song I was going to put on the radio just for the public, and bring the other song for the competition. But when I went to my arranger, and he said, what song you bring? This is the song? So, and another guy said, what other song you going to bring? This is the song? I said, oh, okay, I can't see. I'm a stubborn guy, but I can't see to these 2 guys, so I went and bring 1 song.
So out of curiosity, what's the other song?
Huh?
What would have been the other song?
The other song might sing next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can tell that is what Beatrice like.
That's what Beatrice like?
Yeah, that's the song.
Good.
And that was to be my big song this year.
Yes.
But this song has just like a horse, a Garrison getaway, and gone on the track with 5 lines and ever had all the rest of my songs.
I mean, it is such a big song, like, receiving such response, and therefore, does it put pressure on you though when you get into the finals? Let's go there, to be able to take it now to a stage where it's outside of the tent, but it's big enough to consume who have not been to the tent.
Well, when you get to the finals, you have to learn to lift your song.
Yes.
So I accustomed to lift any song, so I'm prepared to do that, to lift the song to that level. What's amazing about this song is that I came a night and said, I'm not going to come back again. I just sing this song. But the people want me to come back again. They took the song from me and said, we want more.
Yes.
I'm not being trying to push no ego or anything. I just said, going to sing the song and relax.
Yes.
Keep calling me back, so I had to get it what I want in the ear,
But then coming back, being called back, you have to come up with something new all the time.
I had a lot of lines.
Oh.
Amazing. Took a month out before this song, I had no lines. I just had the melody and everything and the hook line, Talk Like Me, but I couldn't find anything to put there. Then it all came like a river of lyrics,
Wow. So there's a fountain.
Yeah, I have a lot of lines. So I got to sift through all these lines now to which lines I can sing now.
So that means that the final, we can expect
Of course.
Aha.
Of course.
I get you. I mean, after all, you got to wake up the judges. The judges have to have something a little different.
Yes, and don't forget, once you have a stage and you have an audience, entertainment comes into play.
Yes.
You have to entertain.
Yes.
Yes.
But how many years have you been in this now? I mean,
this is 38 years.
Congratulations, my
38
brother.
years.
And you've been
40.
Yeah, and you have been going and going. You've not given up. There are people who try, they lose, and they say, done with that.
Yeah, because when you look back at the finals in 1990, Sierra Leone won.
Yes.
From Bumba, Gabby third, I4 Plastic Bike fifth, Invader 6th, Romeo in Golden Gazette. And you look back and say, how much of them are still singing now?
Yes.
It's just me and Bumba, you know? So that's 36 years ago.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm still here.
And you're still here and still going and still good.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point, because there are times that people, you know, you look at the art form at times and it changes over time because time changes.
Yes.
But you've been consistently good and being consistently relevant, because the times change and some people don't quite keep up with the times. But you've kept with the times and paced with the time to the point where every year we know, you say Kids Sight again, you know what to expect, something excellent. And so you continue doing so. How has overall though, in your C.O. Williams House of Soca, supported by COB. Did I get that right?
Yes, correct.
All right, so
correct.
how has that season truly been all season long for
It's
Crop
been
Over?
wonderful. It's one of the best things I've ever been in, because they have a lot of exciting young people in that thing. Those young people just blow me away. They're powerful. A lot of powerful people. Shout out to Raheem. Shout out to Kwan, champion Sarul, Kira, Diane, Faith. All these young people in that thing are tremendous. They're all powerful. They have my eyes open wide. So I thought I was going to be overwhelmed by them. I have my own. But they are very fantastic young people in that thing who are all rising stars.
Which is fantastic to hear. So, Kids Sight, we expect to hear your name tonight. Because tomorrow you can talk about it. And of course, be alive. And I'm looking forward to next week, Friday's Pick of the Crop final.
Very much looking forward to it too. I wish I could do it now.
Me too. Because we cannot wait to see what Kids Sight comes with Talk Like Mia. And you know, I'm sure that he made the theatre man he is. There's going to be quite a show, folks, so do not miss Picking the Crop finals at all. Don't sleep on this. And it's this year around, it seems to be it's looking as if it could be very well keenly contested one. There's some really good songs out there.
Yes, some really good songs out there. I've heard some tremendous songs in my tent.
Yes.
I hear about my tent, but I have seen Raheem and Kwan.
Listen, Raheem was here yesterday.
Raheem was tremendous.
With Triggers.
Judging like Triggers, oh my God, what a song.
Correct.
I just feel happy to see all these wonderful songs, you know. And Big Show had the tent last night. Tonight is All Stars, so it can be exciting.
It is going to be an exciting time of day. So folks, don't miss it, Picking the Crop. Kid, I want to thank you so very much for stopping over for Crop Over, and I wish you well. I really truly do wish you well. I am looking forward to doing commentary on Pick of the Crop night of your performance, because that song Talk Like Mia is going to break down the house. I can feel it already. So good job, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Right.
Kids Sight, 4-time Calypso Monarch of Barbados, the only one who's done a three-peat as King of the Crop, in the Pick of the Crop, for sure, as Calypso Monarch in Barbados. And can he add another title? We'll find out for sure. But we want to thank him so much for stopping over for Crop Over and wish him well. We're back with more on Morning Barbados as the cameraman gets ready to sharpen his lens right after this.
Well, the preacher tell me, teacher tell me, everybody used to tell me that anytime you want a song impressive. And my mother tell me, father tell me, even my grandmother tell me, you got to learn to be expressive. Anytime you want to show your potential, proper English and national language is essential. Check out to the land, and you could search all over. Nobody could talk like me.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way?
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
10 minutes now to go to the hour of 8 o'clock, and I could not wait to have cameraman before this crop of season wraps up on the show. This is my colleague, cameraman. Cameraman, good morning.
Good morning, Pearson.
Listen, you've done some really good music this year.
Thank you.
It's been a good year for you.
Very much so, one of the best.
Yeah, and he's the kind of man, right, folks, that you know when he has a good song because he walks through the corridor singing a lot. Cameraman has been singing all season long indeed. So here you are. You've got a couple songs for sure. I know I have.
Yes.
You know I've spoken to you about the one I really like.
So.
That one that I really like. Did you judge with that one?
Actually, I'm not in the
You're
tent
judging?
this year, no. And
you have
came
to be in
out
the tent to
after
judge?
it came out. Well, that's something I would like to get changed though.
Yeah.
I wish I could have changed it because I got a lot of songs that people would like to judge and think, but they're not in the tent. So.
All right, so we hope that changes over time. So it
Very
allows
much
everyone to be a part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
But overall, the season has been good for you?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is one of my best years, I could say that.
Yeah.
I have 3 songs this year. Everybody know Too Soft and Crime, Poxy Wilma, and Juck Dung Boss.
Chris, sorry, cameraman. Talk to me about your headset when you're getting to prepare your music for crop over generally. How do you come up with these concepts?
Sometimes there must be experiences we go through. You know, and within the line of work, you see a lot of things.
Yes.
And then you have some experiences too that you go through, and then you write about them. So
what's this experience about Poxy Wilma? I'm no curious. That's the song he's going to perform for us in the morning.
That's something like a saucy kind of moment kind of thing. I would left it there.
It was not an experience necessarily. It is something you're written about.
Yes.
What I heard, I said, wait, what the cameraman doing here? Who is this person? I hope he discussed this song with Wilma, and on, and I went in my head. But you know, it's funny, it's catchy,
yes,
and it's cute for a lot of people indeed.
People love it because I find every place I go, people tell me, man, I love that song. Well, they love all the songs that I have really, but they tell me they really like this one with Poxy because it's kind of Bajan. You don't really hear people talking about Poxy like how it used to be before, but actually it went to the preliminaries as well. So I was very happy that the NCF gave me a sniff.
Yes.
To get my foot wet and go in there. So it was really good.
Yeah, you've done really well. I mean, and over time, this is not your first rodeo. You've done this before.
Very much so.
Your catalogue is now building, Chris.
Yes, over 27 songs.
You see there now?
Within
so what are you going to
years.
do with those 27 songs?
Probably, I think I will get an album eventually, put them into an album and see how it goes from there. But I also want to thank Shawnee, because we do a lot of work together, and Blood for producing everything that I normally have. So it's going really good.
You got a team behind you that believes in you.
Yes.
Believes in you. And so for the rest of the season, have you had any bookings at all?
Well, I did some guest appearances. I went with these Stray Cats. I got supposed to do some beer fests and things like that. So
Good. So he's busy. That's good. I'm glad to hear that indeed, Chris. You love Crop Over.
Fantastic. Love it. And I've been working almost every night, like all the tents with the judging that going on and covering all of them between me and Nesta. So
So what's your view generally of having gone to the judging, and you have a good view, better than me, because I've not been to any of the judging. Tell me what you see and hear as the potential for the season this year and overall.
I have, there are some really nice songs out there that's really catchy. I know that the Pick of the Crop Fund is going to be exciting. At least I had kids like there just now. We did the judging of the big show there night. That is something else.
It's going to be a big
we also
one.
have Karen Clark.
Yes.
She's doing
Wonder
really
Woman.
good. So it's going to be really, really good. Bajans can look out for a fantastic show for the Piccadilly
I
Fox.
agree with you completely, cameraman. I think this is going to be a really, really highly contested year
very much so.
for Piccadilly Crop. And there are great songs out there, like yours.
Thank you.
Potsy Wilma. And so to hear and
Potsy
see
Wilma.
the cameraman's Potsy Wilma, we'll take a break. And when we come back, that performance from the cameraman. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.tv. And together we will travel the world.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Wilma, Wilma, you is a old gold digger. Wilma, Wilma, Karma get some cash up with ya. Carry your ex-husband money, every cent you take. Now your mommy suffering the same fate. A Jackie, you will see, you got to pay. That is why you're looking so today. Foxy Wilma, Foxy Wilma, Foxy Wilma, Foxy Wilma. Pressure, you now can feel pressure. Pressure. Right down to the wire. Pressure, yeah, now can feel pressure. Pressure, right down to the wire. Wilma, Wilma, your pumper setting. Wilma, Wilma, but God ain't sleeping. For all your wrongdoing, you should be flogged. That is why your face look like a big bullfrog. You're out of shape, like you want body parts. Go and buy cocoa butter and remove your marks. Foxy Wilma, Foxy Wilma, Foxy Wilma, Foxy Wilma. Pressure, yeah, now can feel pressure. Pressure, right down to the wire. Pressure, yeah, now can feel pressure. Pressure, right down to the wire. Carry your husband money, every cent you take. Now your mom suffering the same fate. Foxy Wilma, Foxy Wilma, Foxy Wilma, Foxy Wilma. Pressure, yeah, now can feel pressure. Pressure, right down to the wire. Pressure, yeah, now can feel pressure. Pressure, right down to the wire. Wilma,
Potsy
Wilma.
Cameraman, thank you as always. You know, there's a space in the season for music like this, you know, and we get so serious sometimes. Yes. And long are those days gone now where we just want to have a good laugh.
That's all you need, Jack. That's all we need.
And that is it. And that's what you brought the season as well. So, Potsy Wilma, sorry, Wilma. This is not about you. This is about Patsy Wilma, which is completely different from you it is. So I wish you well for the rest of the season. And I'm looking for all of the images you continue to capture for us here at the CBC. He's fearless, folks. Fearless. He's one of these cameramen who's on the job all the time and gets into it. He doesn't shy away from it. Well done, Chris.
Thank you.
All right. Cameraman indeed. And so that's it for today, everybody. My little crew joins me saying to all of you, have a terrific, today it's Thursday. Remember, Q in the community, Savvy on the Bay on Bay Street. And if it be the will of the Lord, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you.